Hey everyone, Horror Bengals fan back here once again with another movie review. And this time, this movie review is for the sequel to the film from 2000, American Psycho. And this is the sequel, American Psycho 2, aka American Psycho 2 All American Girl. Now, this film came out in 2002. This was a straight to video film by Lionsgate, which Lionsgate in the early 2000s, they released all kinds of strange little horror films, and some of them were good, some of them were pretty bad. I mean, there were some really good ones they pulled out. The movie May is a prime example. Very underrated horror film. I haven't seen it in a couple of years, but that's a very good one. And they put out a lot of straight to video films. They did like the Leprechaun sequels and the Shark Attack films, which one of them had a pretty memorable cover because there was my 10-year-old mind. I'm not going to go into detail, but there was a woman you could see her boobs poking out, and it looked like a very cheap clip art of a shark coming and getting her. But that's all I'm going to say. I had that on VHS as a kid because my grandpa got that for me, not knowing what was on the cover. He just said, "Here you go. I got it from a yard sale for $1, Max. Here you go. You'll like it." I'm like, okay. So I got it. I watched it. I had some fun watching it. But anyway, so yeah, American Psycho 2. Now this film has nothing to do with the first American Psycho. So if you're expecting that, you're not going to get that with this. Now my overall thoughts on this one, I didn't hate it. I kind of got some mild enjoyment out of it. There was at times it did feel like a awkward kind of like made for TV movie mixed with like a awkward teen college age comedy a little bit. But overall I thought Mila Kunis, she did a good job as the lead. I know some people said that she doesn't work well as a serial killer. She wasn't believable. I didn't mind her. I mean, she could play crazy well. I mean, she's a very beautiful woman. I'll say that. Today, I'll say she still looks pretty hot. I'd be honest, if I was like Leon Phelps, ladies man, I'd go and buy her a fish sandwich and get some Cavassier, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, she's a college student and she's wanting to get to be the teacher's assistant and go to the FBI. And the big thing is with her professor, played by William Shatner, who's on the back here. There is this list of people that are on there, and she wants to go hunt them all down. And she wants to kill to get to the top, basically. And that's the big thing about the film. The kills and everything, compared to like the first American Psycho, that movie was like rated R, but was almost initially rated NC-17. That movie went all the way. This one here, it was tame compared to that, because a lot of this stuff was off screen. You could hear the screaming and stuff and all that, and it was like, damn. But yeah, I think this was one of those where it did feel straight to video at times, but straight to video doesn't mean it's all the way a bad film. There are some fun straight to video films that are enjoyable, and there are some that are pretty bad. But this one here, I can watch it. Don't necessarily say it was like fantastic or anything. No, I mean, it's one to have for the collection. I kind of liked it. It had some fun parts to it. Some parts of the film did not work, but I had some fun with this one. I wouldn't watch it all the time, but it's a strange film. I think if this film was not called American Psycho 2, if it was just called All American Girl, I think this film would have been a lot better, because really this film has nothing to do with American Psycho. Oh, she's involved with stuff with Patrick Bateman earlier on. Yeah, but they don't have anything about Patrick Bateman in this. It's just pretty much about her. So, yeah, in my opinion, if this film was called just some other different, like if it was just called All American Girl, I think people would say this film was a fun, passable flick, or people would talk about it every now and then, but I didn't think it was a bad film. Doesn't necessarily say it was, great or anything, no, but I can watch it for what it was. It's a watchable film. You can check this film out on HBO Max. You can get it on DVD and Blu-ray, which I might get this on Blu-ray sometime for a reasonable price if I can find it, because online I think it has like $10 or like $15 or less. So what I'll do for it, like maybe. But this one for the early 2000s, which Lionsgate loved pumping that out, as I mentioned, not a bad one. But was it something I'd say, I'd watch all the time? No. But all in all, I had some mild enjoyment out of it. It's watchable. It's passable. Nothing perfect or anything, but, I'm not going to say, because you like Mila Kunis. No. But I got some mild enjoyment out of it. There were times where it felt like the tone, that's one problem I had, the tone felt kind of off for me, where it feels like a weird comedy mixed, then someone gets killed and it's just sudden kill. It's not like a comedy and it's like hee hee hee, and then it just, the kills come, it's like, huh? That's one of the big downfalls of those films. I think that's some parts of it, that's what kind of kills for me, saying, oh man, I actually do like this one. I don't mind it. It's there. I can enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, check it out. It's in the HBO Max horror section, I believe. It's definitely worth a look. Considering for Mila Kunis's earlier film roles, it wasn't a bad one. I mean, she's probably about 18 years old, 19 years old when she did this. So, I mean, not a bad one. And she didn't do a bad job for being a killer. And William Shatner cameo wasn't bad. He didn't have much, the script didn't give him much to do, but I didn't think this one was too bad. But that's all I got to say of American Psycho 2. It's definitely one I'd say is definitely worth a look. Not a bad film. Not anything I'm going to say is fantastic or anything. Should have been just not called American Psycho 2, in my opinion. Should have been called something else. But that's all I have to say. Y'all have a good night. Take it easy. Take care. Later.